this is my review of My Hero Academia. Okay, so the Healer Killer arc kind of comes to a close in this episode, but it ends on an interesting note, and I'm going to be talking about that when I get to it. So, the final fight, the final last couple of minutes between the Healer Killer and the three students finally reaches its climax, hence the name of the episode, and Todoroki and Midoriya are on the ropes and unable to fight back. But then Ida is finally able to get up and proclaims that he has no right to call himself a hero, but reveals that he's going to fight simply because if he doesn't, the name Ingenium will die. And in the long run, it's Stain's own mistakes that wind up costing him the fight, and eventually he's brought down by all three students at once and is unable to fight, and the three students restrain him and are hauled out of the alleyway. Meanwhile, Endeavor, remembering a conversation he had with his son prior to the fight, has started helping deal with the Nomus and sending any pro heroes he finds along the way, starting with Gran Torino, who scolds Midoriya because he kind of left the bullet train and didn't stay put. So Gran Torino isn't happy, and then all the remaining pro heroes arrive and are surprised to see that the kids took out the Hero Killer and get the police on the line. So afterwards, Deku and Ida have a heartfelt conversation where they realize they were both kind of at fault because Ida didn't really convey what was going on with his emotions, and Deku didn't really realize what was wrong until after he found out. So it's clear that the two now need to work on their communication skills, and Deku realizes he needs to be able to read people better going forward. And then something interesting happens. So one of the wing Nomus who got injured in the fight with Endeavor actually flew away, and of all things actually grabs Deku and starts flying away. And nobody's able to stop it except for, surprisingly, or rather unsurprisingly, Stain, who pulls out one of his knives that he somehow managed to have stashed somewhere because they looted him for all his weapons, but yet somehow he managed to have one, and uses his quirk to paralyze the Nomu using a drop of blood that had landed on one of the hero's cheeks, and then takes out the Nomu himself, and then proclaims that he will take down all fake heroes, and then passes out because one of the kids managed to break a rib, which punctured his lung and caused him to pass out. So it's clear that Stain, in his own twisted way, wanted to try and protect Midoriya because he realized that, hey, he embodies the ideals of the type of hero I choose to create by doing what I'm doing. So maybe that guy deserves protection. So I can only assume that what was going through his mind because it doesn't say otherwise. But it was also clear that all of the heroes were terrified of him because he literally leaves out a menacing aura that just paralyzes everybody there in his tracks, and nobody is able to move. Even though he doesn't use his quirk, he's paralyzed them out of fear rather than out of quirk-related abilities. So clearly a lot of people are terrified of him, and he also points out that All Might is the only person he will ever allow to defeat him and allow him to kill him. So it's clear if it wasn't evident already that All Might is the only character he actually likes and the only person he will actually deem a true hero. So it's quite clear that Stain's ideals stem from the fact that he believes that All Might is the only true hero and that everybody else is just in it for themselves. And for the most part, he's right. We've seen quite a few heroes that aren't exactly what you would call heroes, but for the most part, there are heroes who do try to hold up the hero's code and all that. But there are also quite a few heroes who don't really care about being heroes and instead just want to become rich and famous because they're heroes. So it's clear that Stain wants to eliminate those kind of heroes, and it's also clear from a memory that Ida remembers before getting up that's the main reason Tensei wanted to become a hero in the beginning at all was so that he could make people proud and become the type of people who could save people. So he mainly just wanted to do it so that people would look up, so that he could become someone who people could actually look up to. And that's kind of honorable because on the one hand, he is doing it for fame and fortune, but on the other hand, he points out that he knows that's why he's doing it, but he also wants to help people. So he's helping people to actually become rich and famous, but now he's in the hospital, and now Ida has to take up the mantle of Ingenium. So we'll see how that goes, but I can only imagine this is going to leave the kids psychologically scarred and now they're going to have to recuperate from this. But now Stain has been taken out, and he's no longer in operations. He's now in police custody as of the time of this episode. So it's clear that we're not going to be seeing him for quite a while, but we are clearly going to see a confrontation between Shigaraki and Deku because he points out that he was kind of upset by what happened with Stain and the Nomu. So yeah, that's mainly it, and I'm assuming we're going to be seeing the aftermath coming in the next couple of episodes. But I don't really know what's going to happen. I'm not entirely sure how people are going to move on from here. I'm assuming that because Stain was such a big threat and now he's gone, it's going to leave a void for some other villains to fill. But if you guys did enjoy this episode, what did you guys think? Let's get a discussion going in the comment section down below, or over on my Discord server, link in the description. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, be sure to follow me on Facebook and on Twitter in the description below. And also, check out my Patreon in the description below as well if you guys did enjoy the video and want to help support future ones. It's only a couple bucks a month, and it really helps me out, so I would definitely appreciate it if you did that. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace! Milk? I can buy a hot dog. But that's pretty much the only thing I can afford, though. I can buy anything. I can buy anything I want. I can buy a hot dog. Yeah, and I only have 11